$54,500 American dollar Bitcoin is the price today, baby dolls. Welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. I've given a blue emoji again to Bitcoin. But Ethereum, you're still a piece of garbage brown shoe, and you will remain a brown shoe until maybe the end of the cycle when it finally starts moving up. I've got a lovely episode for you today, friends. We are going through this weekend. Everybody's sleepy. There's Twitter drama around, but it's not really like real drama. It's like, oh, the last two guys left are fighting. You know, that's what it's like. Rectember continues to be Rectember. If you look at this yellow line, friends, that is the 200-week moving average. And if we just do the diminishing gains from each cycle, Bitcoin peaked at about 150% if we continue to match it from before. So if it stopped today, if Bitcoin pumped today, the cycle top could be around 98K. Now, if you've been watching how I got that number, it has to do with every single cycle, no matter what it was, we deviated a certain amount on top of that moving average. So here it is. So this one was 20x. Then this one was like 10x or whatever. Actually, we'll go back down here. It was 20 or 10, and then it just kept halving. This one was about 5x, this deviation here. This one was about 5 times the distance. So this one will be about 2.5. That's just a guess. So I just have high confidence it'll get there. Now, how much above it, that's a concern, because this is going to be really tough, man, because what are the chances, man? The exact 150% mark is literally right under 100K. It is around 96, 98K. And it's just concerning because you're going to have people like Crypto Crew University, Steve, shout out to him. And a lot of us skeptics are like, oh man, what if it never hits 100K? What if it just touches 100K and then we go into something? So I guess we'll see how it plays out. Now, the Bitcoin price over the weekend, friends, is right here. We have the channel that we're still going through, which I'm going to show you nice and neatly. A lot of people have this part going, yeah. Oh, and then we reverse, friends. You never noticed, right? I've noticed this, the pattern. The people who are usually wrong are the mainstream influencers who are bullish the whole time, which is almost all of them, and now they're bearish. Okay, they're usually always wrong. And I noticed, I've been watching them since the start. And I've noticed why they're bearish. Now, here's the thing. I don't think any of them put shorts on, but it's just because they're just like, oh, I'm guessing. And they're a good indicator of being retail. If you notice why they're usually wrong, friends, it's because of this. It's because they always have the same bearish thing. They go, okay, first we're going to go down, fill my bids, then we're going to V-reverse up. They always say that. They always say that, and they're always wrong. The market doesn't do that, man. It doesn't do that. And by the way, if you look at this, friends, basically you're saying, oh, I'm actually really bullish on the industry, but I just want to get my bids filled, okay, backlog, because they're not 100% all in, because they've always got stable coins, okay? Now, bears, they have a bigger issue because they don't have just like 5, 10%, 15% stable coins. They're literally all in stable coins. They have a big portion, 80, 90% ratio. So what you actually find, friends, is this is what I found is towards the end of the cycle, when you have a few people saying, hey, a bear market's starting and it's going to do that, that's the one you got to be concerned about. All right, when everybody's cheering. Because these are the people who are like, oh, wow, we've actually gone up a lot and this is done. You have to start looking for that voice of reason, but we're not there yet. Right now, we don't have that, do we? Right? Because the market is just, there's too many people on the sidelines, man. There are too many people. All you see is you go, oh, we're going to go down, then we're going to go straight up. You see how there's a difference there? But you got to be careful, right? Because if someone's calling for a start of a bear market now, they look really like they're copers. Kind of like, okay, why are we going to start? Like, where's the euphoria? Like, who are you going to send into a bear market? They go, oh, all of you people. You mean all of us who've been holding for 4 years? How do we go into a bear market? We've just had one for 3.5 years, bro. You mean we just came out for 5 months, then we're going to go back in for another 3.5 years? Makes no sense. Like we haven't misallocated capital. So if you need to have a bear market, it's because you've had a misallocation of capital. So too many euphoric people, and then they're going to get punished. But we haven't had that misallocation. Now, of course, it gets a bit sensitive because they say, well, what about meme coins? What about DickWifButt? What about Pepe? Yeah, as a percentage of the whole market, they're nothing. They are tiny. What you're doing is an economy's like, maybe 3 years into a bull market, and you've walked into the casino literally walked into one casino in one city and you go, oh, these people are gambling. This guy just put in $25,000 and he lost on blackjack. Wow, look at all this gambling going on. These people don't respect their lives. You see what I mean? You're looking at this little microcosm. You're trying to like extrapolate for the whole economy, but it's not actually true. If you go out there and look at everyone, friends, cost of living's gone through the roof. The inflation numbers are all rigged. And this is Bitcoin dominance, man. Bitcoin dominance is still up, friends. There's too many Bitcoin maxis. Right? This is not a misallocation of capital at all. This is normal cycle stuff so far. Now, if we go and look at this Bitcoin daily channel chart, this is Jimmy Boy Cramer, of course, here. A lot of damage, jump of the seller. I love saying that, man. I love just, man, imagine he says, can't expect a quick bounce back. This will be the funniest part. Just imagine it just does. The quickest bounce back of all time. That'd be gold. So, of course, this channel, we don't know how it's going to resolve itself, but we've run out of time pretty much for this 4-year cycle. I mean, like, friends, we are like right at this point here. Like, it has to literally, we're like, within this next, it's overdue now, by the way. Like, this week, we need extreme bullish news. Something really extreme. I don't know what it's going to be. CZ gets out of jail end of this month, September 29. We have the US Kippy. Now, the US Kippy, friends, the inflation data is expected 2.6% because they're removing all the old data prints from 12 months ago. But it's priced in. The market knows. And we've already got a rate cut coming, 70% odds so far. So what's that news event going to be? I guess we'll find out. Like, it doesn't have to appear, but we'll see. Now, of course, I'm going to play some pump music for us all, friends, because the others BTC chart is battling. She's battling and she's doing a good job. So this is the weekly chart. Of course, you're still lagging behind. It's trash. But I'm just going to draw this to your attention, friends. This is something very interesting, all right? Look, you see how the fractals have two waves up here, wave 1 and wave 2? These are the two old season waves. Okay, wave 1 and wave 2. Now, obviously, we're probably not going to do wave 1. That would peak November, December this year. But I'm going to go back in the past. I'm just going to show you this, all right? The moment of despair, all right, the moment of despair, if you go here and then you check out, see when I flip red around here, this is the moment of despair for altcoins. Bitcoin had broken the high. Altcoins were just started moving it. So they're like literally at maximum pain. If you walk forward 365 days, you get around the top, January 18. You see that? So that is 1 year. I want you to remember that. This is literally from maximum pain to maximum euphoria is exactly 365 days. Okay, so it's literally 1 year. 1 year, 12 months. You remember that? Now that was 2016. I'm now going to go to 2020 cycle. All right, and we're going to look at maximum pain here. Look, literally Rainy Boo. What if there is no alt season? So shout out to Crypto Man Rand. And he says, only buy tokens that would survive a bear market. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk forward again from this maximum pain. I'm going to walk forward 365 days. That actually brings you to literally the top. Now, this is, it's a bit tough for this one because we all know altcoins peaked. 95% of them peaked here, and this one was like a fake top thing. So Bitcoin made a new high. NFTs were going, but nothing else had topped out. However, if you go back to that time period, using it as a gauge, at least if you use this, you still were able to get out. Because look at this. Where is January 2022? Look, that Chainlink's around 27 bucks. Now it sucks because it's like, it's the freaking 40, 50% from the top. It does suck. So around here, we have January, see it's around here. So it's about 50% from the top. But at least you have some sort of indication that the next 12 months is going to be weak and poop. So now you're probably curious, what happens if we move forward from here? What if altcoin daily is saying altcoins are done? What if that's our maximum pain? What if what we just had right now was maximum pain with Japan's Pokemon Island blowing up, okay? Literally on the verge of blowing up. We have to save Pikachu. If this was our maximum pain point, and we won't know until this happens, if this keeps going up, we'll go, okay, maximum pain was here, okay? That would be, let's say, 12 months before the final top. Let's actually go forward 365 days, friends, and funnily enough, it would land around here. August to September of next year. Now, knowing this, it's cool, but it's not a secret edge because you don't know, right, if it's going to top out in a year from now, as everyone kind of expects now anyway, based off the 4-year cycle. You don't know if we are going to have like 2 waves or like one big one where we peak, or we have 3, right, friends? How do we even know, right? We might even have one, screws everyone up, and then we have like a delayed one later. Like, anything's possible, but just be careful of betting on that delayed one. That's all I'm saying. Because betting on the delayed one is, you got to think about, if you've moved a long distance, you're risking now your whole gain of the bull market. So if you're up like, I don't know what, let's say if something's up 10x from now into a year, and you're like, oh man, this hasn't gone up enough, but you've gone up for a year. I know people don't like to admit it, but you are risking an 80% retracement from altcoins. And some cases, 95% total wipeout. So yeah, there is no 100% answer to this. But if this was the maximum pain point, there are better times ahead. Then, got to ask the $1 trillion question. Which coins have better times ahead? And how much better times, Because 10x from here is actually a failure, which is true. I guess we'll see. Now, friends, speaking of failure, there's actually some breaking news. YouTube will now restrict European teens to help self-improvement, health, and mental health concerns. So, actually, it's true, right? The bug-eating scum, probably European Union, right? They are slowly creeping in their totalitarian control. And this is how it starts, right? It starts with a slight ban on like, oh, we're helping your mental health. Friends, everything's a mental health issues. If you go ask Republicans in America, should you ban Democrats? A lot of people might say yes. Yeah, my mental health is worse off with them. And then go ask Team Blue. Go ask the Democrats. Should we ban Donald Trump? They're like, oh, no, should we ban him? We should put him in jail. So it's very easy to start creeping in this whole concept of mental health. And then it's like, oh, I'm just doing this for your own favor, right? I don't want you, the slave of the economy, to start learning this stuff, friends. So, they always start with this based on health concerns, and then eventually becomes a slave concern. This is what I said. As in, the slaves are becoming aware of what's going on too much. So this is actually, it's real news. I actually looked it up. YouTube will begin limiting access to fitness videos. That's how it starts. It's very, very sad, right? That it's happening right in front of our face. And yeah, man, that dark prophecy's coming, friends. You could just feel it. They're going to try ban self-custody of crypto. 100% they are, man. Like, it's just so obvious. Like, no way they're going to let people pay and receive money for anything they want. No way. Like, you understand, the government's job is to make sure that the opposite of that happens. It's a total control. That's them, man. So how's it going to resolve itself? Hopefully, we're got a nice big fat bull market first. And I'd like to show you some nice juicy info here, friends. This is the BitFinex Longs. So shout out to Marty Party. So BitFinex Longs continue adding. So there's a line up here, which I will go gently in a very family-friendly way. Just drop this line going up. This is BitFinex Longs, friends. So BitFinex, it's one of the OG exchanges, and the people on there, they've got like a Lindy effect. Like, BitFinex doesn't have new people joining, but the people on there, they've survived so long that on average, whatever they're doing it's a good indicator in terms of them surviving. They're like, being able to sit through all the pain and make the right bets. Now, it's not 100% true. However, I'll trust Marty Party. So Marty Party said, backtesting this is a key signal of a market reversal imminent. To copy them, open a low leverage long or start scaling back into spot. New to crypto, this is the time to start entering. So of course, don't touch leverage, friend, just in case you get one of the cuck scenarios. But it's good just to see these types of things appear in the market. And that's why, some of these things, friends, you will never find anything that's perfect. These people can get it wrong in places here and there. And if you try to rely on one thing, you get cucked. But it is nice to at least see that, the guys that have been around a lot, they think it's cheap right now. They're not like, buying at 40K. They don't have bids at 40K or anything. So we'll see whatever happens from here. Now, friends, I want to play some nice gentle angel music because what I saw now was so disgusting. I couldn't believe it was real. Did you know slot machines let you input your direct bank account details to deposit? This is the type of stuff that corrupt chairman, the semen demon, Gary Gensler, from the corrupt SEC. This is the type of stuff that, like, no, you're not a security. You're a regulated asset. They let that stuff go around. Yeah, they want to call a crypto JPEG a security. And basically, they want to crush it to zero. They have Operation Choke Point 2.0. Watch this video, man. This is disgusting. Look at this poor guy. 20 grand. You want to do the transfer? Thank you. Look at the coins. Still better odds than Pump Fun. Those scammers. Look at this guy. Looks like a pedo. See this, friends? How terrible is that? Well, I know it's 20 grand pour up. It's kind of funny, man. On crypto Twitter, there's always like this one couple of influencers. Yeah, I'm gambling. I'm making so much money. Like, bro, you understand you're talking to the most informed user base of anything in the entire world, right? You know, crypto people, our brains are so fried from being abused, free market stuff, and these people are trying to come in and be like, hey, sign up to RollShit. We're definitely winning on our gambling platform. It's like there's so much skill here. Wrong crowd, man. You're meant to go talk to the senior citizens, okay? Because they still think you're a nice young boy. So it's very sad here. These slot machines, they let you do that. That's pathetic. They let this stuff go on. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, they also stop it. It's very sad. Legit companies, there are companies that don't really believe in crypto, but they could probably make something work. Now, here's the thing. Because of corrupt Chairman Gary Gensler and the corrupt SEC and all the scum that work there, who are literally putting a barbed whip to the American citizens' backs, because of pathetic bug-eating scum like them, all these companies who are on the fence, who could do something, but they're not looking at it. Because they're like, oh, I'm not even allowed to add value because I'm classified as security. And then they see like Richard Hart twerking and then corrupt SEC. Like, oh, yuck, I'm just looking at all these other things. That's all they're seeing, right? So they're stifling innovation. That's why I think it's a disgrace that Kamala Krappus is not even trying to win over crypto people. It's just basically they've given up. You know, they've given up. They've capitulated. They basically go like, oh, well, screw it. The crypto kids don't have as much money as the banks, so we're just going to side with the banks. And the banks hate crypto, so sweet. So, yeah, hopefully I'm hoping Trump gets in because he's pro-cryptos, using DeFi. Also funny, so friends, I saw like these VC cucks, all these other panels out here, especially on Twitter and YouTube. They're talking about how there's always like these negative Nancy saying, oh, Donald Trump's DeFi, World Liberty Finance, is going to be like, oh, so bearish and a grift and stuff. But you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, what do you mean bearish? You understand? The president is literally endorsing the whole freaking industry. Who cares if it's garbage? Who gives a crap? It's like saying, hey, Donald Trump's going to go play a game of basketball with some kids. This is going to make the game look really stupid. No, it's not. It's going to make everybody super aware of it. They got no idea what's going on. And okay, the token goes down. By the way, what they've done is, just to let you know, with their Aave fork, they're going to make the governance token you get, it's non-transferable. Okay? Genius idea, actually. Because you use the platform, there's a token, but you can't move it out of your wallet. So you can't speculate on that. Now, what I actually think might happen is that's going to open up a black market for people to sell seed phrases with the token in there, in the wallet. Problem though is, are you ever going to trust it? You know, and that gives you an idea of what's possible for people just to find the price for trader. But here's the thing: why would they do that? Well, maybe they want better regulation first. Maybe they want better clear waters to release a token, or maybe they're just waiting for the time is right to do that, or how they incorporate it. So that's actually like that's actually pretty cool that they've done that. And it's like it's a big ode to the crypto industry. I don't know what do you guys want, man? The guy's almost 80 years old. You know what I mean? Like you literally what's guy's age saying? Warren Buffett, Bitcoin is rat poison squared, and Donald Trump is like, let's get some guys out here, let's do stuff, find stuff. There's money here, there's people motivated out here, and it's just going to tell the rest of the world these things are usable, and they're not just all Ponzi scams. Okay. Trust me, man. These things, it's kind of funny. These mid-curvers, by the way, it's always VCs. It's always VCs. It's always people who don't buy low at all in public markets. And it's always people who, their skill friends is opening their jaw, getting under their table, doing deals, basically underneath the curtain and stuff. and getting on their knees and just grabbing these like VC locking deals and all this scheduled garbage. That's their skill set, okay? We don't have that luxury, do we? We don't get paid a salary. You don't have a water cooler and stuff in your office. We have to literally go balls in and go all in. These people are playing with other people's money, man. So they're playing with other people's money, and then the other people's are saying, well, the stock market does 10% in the year, Mr. VC. So if you can do 20%, that's actually a great return. Okay, sweet. Dump your unlock for the 2x, and we'll revisit next year. Okay, they're in a just totally different mindset. Completely different. By the way, as well, seriously, I've watched all these people. Yeah, God bless their hearts. I'm just telling you, not a single one of you poopy heads predicted meme coins. Not a single one of you poopy heads predicted Pepe. Not a single one of you poopy heads talked about Pepe last year, talked about the birth of meme coins. None of you talk about ticker Bitcoin or MOG or any of these cultural things that are putting on crypto that people refuse to sell. None of you. Instead, what they're doing is they go, wow, layer 2 governance token. And what about PUI? And what about Craptos? Because they're all on the board, bro. You're on the board. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. It's okay to be biased. It's okay. I'm just telling you now, there's less of you rich people, rich folk insiders, and there's more of us outsiders. The outsiders have all the power. We are the market. We are the product. That's it. If we don't like something, you literally go to zero. If people didn't like Facebook, there is no Mark Zuckerberg. Same thing with Twitter. It's not the rich people. Friends, the rich people, they only put themselves in after the masses are in. You get it? The rich people only put themselves there after. First, you got to get the poor people, the masses, to like what you're doing. That's the skill. That's the innovation if you can get it to work. That's why you have to teach yourself about the crypto fundamentals, friends. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Look at this cute little artistic DickWifButt. So you see these, friends? That's crypto, man. That's making me laugh. They drew a DickWifButt. Okay, there's DW in Pulse Chain. There's all these other ones on Pulse Chain. See that? Just even saying pDAI to $1, just even saying stuff like that evokes more emotion and more drama and more controversy than, hey, layer 2 governance, Igon layer. Did you see the new Jeet they got who's been with 15 other scam projects? True story, by the way. Go check it out. Whoa. No one cares, man. No one cares except the VC insiders, but they don't make money unless there's a bid, and there is no bid if the peoples, which is you and me, don't care. You don't get your bid, bro, if we're not excited. Are they ever going to learn? We'll see. And I thought I'd just remind you as well. Remember, friends, okay? In December 2021. You remember Dikemba, the month? Well, there was a year 2021, okay? Dikemba 2021. We saw funds. We saw Genesis give a $6 million loan to Meta for NFTs. So they used their CryptoPunks as collateral. Now you introduce leverage. That was the game over part, all right? We have not seen leverage on meme coins with funds. Okay, that's the big indicator. So we haven't seen that. Who's gambling, friends, on our meme coins? Yeah, poor people. Hey, it's $40. Hey, this is $7 in stuff. Hey, I better put $800 in here, friends. That's nothing. That's early Bitcoin days, right? This is early Bitcoin, early Ethereum days. The danger arrives when the market gets to a point where these people start taking on leverage on the new wacky asset. So if you look at Dikemba 2021, it was here, friends. So that was pretty much, that was a big move, okay? So we went from, okay, you go from 2021, NFTs were nothing, and then a year later, they are giving a loan for CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks, they did like 100x on ETH, right? You did, I think it was 2,500x for Bored Apes. So that was the key. That was the kicker. That was the top. And by the way, it didn't even really top there. It still doubled again. So just, in the video, I'll never get this, man. I was shocked. So when they took on the leverage for the CryptoPunks, okay, from that point, the floor of Bored Apes was 58 Ethereum. It went up to 150 ETH for the floor up into May. So this is wild, right? For Bitcoin's price, December here, the actual Bored Ape top was up here. Okay, so Bored Apes actually kept going up and up and up and up while Bitcoin kept going down and down and down like that. And yeah, it's shocking. You actually see it on the chart. I'll show you now. Here it is. Here's the chart. You can type in Bored Ape Yacht Club. So this is, friends, beginning of, this is the set. Where is December 2021? It is right here. There you go. Right here. Here we go. Here's the 58 ETH. So they finally give leverage on the NFTs. And look, it's not even done yet. It does another freaking 2x, man. And then it comes back down and then it pops up again. Now, this could have been a lower high in many other NFTs, but Bored Apes ended up doing another higher high. So look at this. It had about another month to go. So that's a nice thing to look at, because you have to, if you sold your NFTs around there, you pretty much sell everything good. And yeah, I think that's important. So when we hear, look, we don't know if this is going to happen, by the way. We might get to a point meme coins never go up. But if things go up long enough and far enough, and if a meme coin hits 100 billion, okay, valuation, these VCs are going to realize, oh crap, there's no bid for our layer 2 governance tokens. We've completely read crypto wrong. People are here for stamping culture on the blockchain. If we got to that point and they start getting out loans in terms of like, there's funds out here, they're holding like MOG and Ticker Bitcoin and other meme coins, Pepe, and they're starting to access loans and they're using it as collateral. Well, if that starts happening, well, you got about a month left. Okay, that's the final mania. So just keep your eye open for that. And we are nowhere near that. Nowhere near. The only big thing we've seen is we've seen a few funds step in with these chains. They're just like, oh yeah, meme coins are accepted now. We should include them. Not they are the main thing. You understand that? That's a complete difference. So if they start to say, oh wow, they are the main thing, we've got to watch out. The only thing we've seen is Avalanche, their Rush fund, whatever, the meme coin funds. They put in $100 million or whatever from their own, but they're using their own AVAX tokens, right? And that's not leverage. You see, but it's a step. It's a step. That's what we're waiting for, to see if that gets worse. And it's not going to get worse now. They're not going to do it now. No one's going to do it now. The market's down. They'll only do it if we go on long enough. Well, as I showed you with the others BTC, if we run up for another year from now, if altcoins go up for another year from now, maybe they start doing it next year July, next year August, next year September. Perhaps that's when they do it. If it gets there, it doesn't have to. We can still get a whole new Uniswap level of technology innovation that comes out and takes the world by storm. That's also very, very possible. It's just that so far, based off this Bitcoin halving year, the discovery was a lot of people like meme coins. So we'll see if that runs. Now, friends, of course, I'm going to have to play some nice heavy beat music just to keep the energy going, because I have a friend out here named Mr. Jim Cramer. And Jim Cramer, friends, I want to show you what he did at the very, very bottom. Look at this. This is a scheduled post. Okay, look at this. October 5th, 2022. Did the market bottom, or did we collapse further into hell for Bitcoin and Ethereum? This is a scheduled post, okay? So I posted this. So on 5th of October, 2022, when you see a scheduled post from your friend Somi, it means on this date, I'm writing this message. I'm doing a journal entry. That's why I do it, friends. Very useful. I'm journal entering what I see out there, what we're all feeling, and I'll schedule it out. Could be like 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, okay? So this one was like 18 months, I think, or maybe even longer. So look at this. Scheduled post. Look. Oh, wow, friends. It's actually crazy, okay? Look at this. Jim Cramer is bearish as the market recovers. I am posting this to 2024. Hopefully, we're still live. So Mr. Gurgovin here says, look, Jim Cramer says this rally won't last. Jim Cramer says this rally won't last. So this is him right here. Right here. So Jim Cramer was like really bearish. Even on his show, he was saying you shouldn't have the Bitcoin ticker price anymore on the TV networks. That's what he was saying at the bottoms. He goes, not that you can't have it, is that you shouldn't even have it. It's so bad. It's going down so much. You shouldn't even hear about the price. When I started hearing that, I was like, man, this better be the bottom. Like the guy said, like, shh, don't speak it. This ticker is so shh. You know, what's the top going to be? Is the top going to be Jim Cramer saying every university in the world should have a Bitcoin price ticker at the front reception desk? He might say something like that, and you're like, oh, crap. Oh, man, so we'll see. Now, friends, if we're going to make it, we have to keep having fun. Because I know, man, the prices suck everywhere. All the altcoins are down. You need that others BTC to retrace. But, you know, if you've got a problem with the way I think, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. There's actually no thinking here. The doctor is in. You see, friends, in this game, it never feels good, man. It never actually feels good. a bull market, its definition, according to the boomers, which they're right about from 100 years ago, the lost boomer souls, you're climbing the wall of worry. You know what worrying is? Anxiety, friends. You always have anxiety. Always. You're like, oh, crap. Recession. This is it. Every single time. You know, even when the pits of a recession crash, people don't doubt it's going to recover. They just debate on the timing. That's what it is. Because people always use their baseline as, oh, well, Great Depression's here. We're never going to go up. And then you get the disbelief rate. The price actually moves first. But it's just so unknown. So, hopefully, obviously, crypto just keeps surviving. Remember, they've only got one button, bro. It's a print money. It's a print money. I mean, like, once again, we bring up the liquidity index. And what have they been doing, fans? Remember, Arthur Hayes is still bearish, short term. But look, it's still ticking up. It's still ticking up to me. You know, it's a lot of these things, you put them together and you realize, man, you really can't cheat day to day. If you could cheat day to day, friends, look, you can reverse engineer it. If you can cheat day to day, the leverage traders win. You got to understand. So that's how I automatically knew. Because if I knew all the stats with the leverage trading, and so I knew, okay, if leverage trading has the results it has, 99% of people lose. At any given time, only 35% are winning, but then on a long enough time frame, they get destroyed. I knew if that is all true, that data, and it is true, then it can only mean the way we go up long term is so erratic, chaotic, emotional swinging. Because if the data doesn't lie right, the data of all these leverage traders, they get destroyed. But they're all betting on something going up and down, and I'm thinking, oh, there's a lot of smart people here, and they're trying to get big ROIs, and they still can't outperform spot. I mean, I showed you yesterday the Bybit leverage trading guys. They're like sucking themselves up. Like, I made $15 million. Yeah, bro, you made $15 million. You started on $75 million. Your ROI is like, what, 20 or 30%? That's garbage. Bitcoin's up 100% for 12 months. If you just dunked all your money into Bitcoin, you'd be up literally $75 million, just doing nothing, spot. And that's the best in the world. The best in the world are like that, friends. Imagine what everyone else is doing. You don't even have to imagine, man. They'll appear on CoinFashion Direct at the top, saying they made a lot of money, didn't take profit, then they'll lose everything all over again. Now, I want to give you this, just some quick insight into some Twitter drama today. So we have the first message from this Solstice guy. This is why all the Ethereum DeFi nerds are destined to stay poor. We get 10 mil, 100 mil, 1 bill meme runners that can be sustainable when they get Binance and everyone wins. Okay. So that guy is, I saw him moving on to Tron stuff recently from Solana, but then look at the quote. Your entire feed is paid shills. You take zero risk while taking undisclosed shills. You are actually cancer in this market. You cannot trade. You add zero value to this Twitter app besides shilling dogshit scams. Don't ever quote tweet me again. I'm highly irritated. And then in the bottom post, you can actually buy a post from him for 40K USD. So as you see, friends, people coming out here like, oh, we got the greatest stuff, but they're getting paid, bro, the whole time. They don't actually believe. You know how you know they don't believe, friends? When these people, they move on to other stuff. They don't have the things they love. They don't have their own list. They're constantly changing the list so many times. So if you have people, friends, if you're watching anybody out here, remember, I'm not here to judge. I'm just going to assume either they're nefarious or they're crap. But they're so obvious red flags to me. I don't want to keep putting everybody down because, friends, trust me, these bull markets, you think it's bad now. This is going to go up by like a factor of 10 in terms of how many subhuman filth trash comes. So just going to run out of breath. But if they keep changing things and then they don't like talking about stuff when they're down, then they're frauds. Pretty much it. Just have that, okay, you're a fraud. Why don't you talk about that coin that's down, right? Or message them on Twitter. Do they reply? I go, yeah. I always say, hey, yeah, this thing's down. It's cheap. It's still cheap. Playing the whole cycle. That's it. It's cool. It's still cool. It's still cheap. And it's going to have to rinse itself out with the rest of the correlation on the market, okay? Like, for example, I'll show you Landwolf. Landwolf chart right here, right? It's still here. Still waiting. Yeah, it's at 2 million market cap. Of course, poop. I wish it was 20 million, which was 200 million. But the thesis is the same. Everything's still the same. I know we get messages about not just this, friends. Get messages about everything. But I know, because I was in your position like 4 years ago watching Ivan on Tech, and he would like not talk about one coin for like 48 hours. And then his stream, I was watching the chat on the stream, and the stream would be like, do you still like this coin? Do you still like this coin? He's like, guys, yeah, I still like it, man. I just can't go through like every coin every 5 seconds. Of course I still like it. But I watch him go through it over and over and over again. And then the Cardano. Oh, it's about the Cardano. Please, why you know? Talk about the Cardano. Please, Ivan, talk about the Cardano. So I just watch these people do it over and over and over again. And I get it. Because if you don't understand the fundamentals, do you want to know, oh my gosh, please tell me nothing's wrong with it. Yeah, that's good. Because look, I know, man. It's like, hey, did you hear something where the dev ran away? Just tell me that so I can sell now or leave. Or should I keep continuing with this pain? That's what it comes down to. But right now, man, it's just the same, man. Crypto is insane volatility, friends, because the liquidity is so thin. That's it. The liquidity is so thin. And so I spend so much time teaching you, when you have the market cap of a coin and you're like, oh my gosh, it dropped 90% down. Do you know how little money sold? Right? It's literally like, it could be like most cases like 50 grand, 100 grand, $250,000 money sold. Okay, it's literally that's what causes everything down there. So if that 250 grand just comes back in, it gets back to its old price. If it adds $1 million in, you get another 25x or whatever. See what I mean? Like these numbers, once you start to see how thin the liquidity is, you understand that these people are selling. They don't know what the hell they're doing because it's just so thin. It's just people chasing liquidity and do stuff. And friends, one of the biggest eye-opening things I saw was in 2022 bear market. I watched people, like there were teams that had projects and they were doing a payout for a treasury because they're like, hey, we're going to disabandon the project. If you hold this token, the token's trading at like, you'll get like $1 for value if you hold this token, okay? I was watching people sell that token for like 40 cents. I was literally watching people sell for 40 cents. And I'm like, wait a minute. The team is literally going to give you $1. Why are you selling it for 40 and 50 cents? And then you start to realize people they just lose faith. They're like, I hate the team. I hate everything. I just want to click everything and just leave. I don't want to keep checking my Discord every week. I don't want to keep checking my Twitter, man. I'm done for months. I'm done. That's what bear market was, man. They were just selling for the sake of selling. They were just selling because there was just pain everywhere and they just can't take it. When I got to saw that, I'm like, oh, wow, that was very eye-opening because it's kind of people are kind of like, hey, I'm suffering today. I didn't give a crap if my $8,000 could become $16,000 if they decide to do it. I've started at like $1 million, so I'm just getting out now. I've given up on hope. I want to go end myself. That was the overwhelming attitude, right? And when you just get to like, I saw this happening, I was like, oh, that means I can't actually trust your emotions, can I? Because that's the type of mindset that everyone's in. That's why if you learn to fade that, you get a big advantage, don't you, right? Everybody's saying now, oh, well, it's going over, it's going over. Is it going over? Is it going to roll over? Or is the best yet to come? So last thing, baby dolls, we'll play some nice actually cranky G. This one's going to go off, okay? Because we have to think like winners to be like winners. Now, the Bitcoin cycle. I know it's a bit light to see, but it just doesn't feel like it's over, man. Of course, this is the first cycle. Parabolic, slightly less parabolic. This is the poopy one, 2021. I don't know, man. Maybe we get here. But by the way, getting here is still pretty good. I can't even see the price because it's so light, but it just... These are the drawdowns from the top as well. We've had these big drawdowns. Look at the distances of these moves, okay? Look at these distances. So I'll do this line and compare this line, this line. These are the cycle lengths. This line, and look where we are right now, okay? That's how short our line is right now. It seems, I mean, it could be over, but this one was super parabolic. So you don't have to count that, but comparing this line to these, right, it just feels like it's not done yet, man. It's just not done. The prices aren't high enough. We haven't gone long enough. And look, if there's one thing you got to take away from my green candles make you smarter and all the concepts and stuff I'll tell you about, it's the epiphany I had when I watched it happen. I'm like, oh, people, when they invest, it's basically they invest with like love and emotion after the combination of monthly candles. And this is not anything new to people who know about stonks. If you listen to even Ray Dalio, he always talks about, the business cycle. People take on the most risk at the very, very top because they extrapolate the future based on a linear interpolation of the past, which is what it's basically. If things have been going good for 4 years, they go, oh, the next 4 years are going to be in a straight line just like this. But people are really bad at measuring turns of anything. And it's very, very hard, or when they shouldn't take it, right? So with crypto, though, we haven't gone on long enough to make anyone convinced now's the time to get silly. Okay. Now, this thing you're gonna need to feel if you're here all the time, 18 hours a day. But you look around, friends, like we did see meme coins, but Ethereum's bonked. Polygon's bonked. Binance is everything's bonked. Maybe not Binance, okay? But you know, there's only 5 coins out of 490 out of 500. What's 1%? They went up and did well. Only 5, man. So everybody else is worried, aren't they? Isn't that the definition of a bull market? But at some point, they relinquish that worriness. And that's the debate. At what price do they relinquish it? Well, I guess we'll find out. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.